because it's our last Saturday of February. Yeah. So without wasting my discussion today, like you know how we do it, I'm not the only one here. I have here with me great woman of God to help us divert into these questions that we have. So yeah, let's introduce them and then welcome them so we can get started. Um, Deacon and Pastor Joyce, you are welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See who we have here. Alrighty, just we're gonna go get started. So Deacon Harrison has been this month. I think the second episode he was here. It was very fun, and then if you missed it, please, it's free. You just have to go on every. Oh my gosh, the math 11th, I guess, and watch it, please, to learn so much. And these are some of the things you know. Want to keep repeating the same mistakes. We great people here to advise us, see, and know what to do in terms of relationships. So that we don't make mistakes that could be easily avoided. Last week was a very powerful session with Pastor Joyce, Anita, and we discussed about marriage and how to prepare ourselves for marriage. Things that we don't even see. But do yourself a favor to go watch it. Okay, so getting started. To start with this open broad question. I know this is a lot of things that many youth are facing these days, especially, you know, I'm on Instagram. My person is not a fan of that. But I do see a lot of people on Instagram, like their hurts and all that. So how can a person heal from a broken relationship? Pastor Joyce, you want to
Deacon will go.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you, Miranda, for bringing me on here again. You know my whole stand on this whole thing called dating. I mean, there's one powerful thing I heard that it's better to break a relationship than a marriage.
Right.
So people need to understand that as much as we are hoping that there wouldn't be any heartbreaks, unfortunately, it happens. And it is my hope that in the first place, people would not get to that point or they will not get themselves into that situation. But unfortunately, that's the real thing. And so if you find yourself in such a situation, first of all, you need to understand that whatever you are going through is an emotion. You are not about to die. As some people feel like, oh, my heart, I want to die. I want to commit suicide. Nothing will happen to you. It's just a matter of time. So even as it said that time heals all wounds, you need to be strong and allow time to pass. And the pain will also pass together with the time. If it is that bad, you need a support group. It can be a counselor to guide you through, or group of friends who will be able to cheer you up, people who will be there for you, and as well as your family and all that. So I believe that by using your network, as well as understanding that it is just a phase, and it it may actually be better that you broke up than if you had been married to this person and things were not going as planned. And one thing I sort of see is that in the name of I don't want to hurt this person or I don't want to be hurt, people live in all sorts of relationships, and they don't want to leave because they feel, oh, if I leave, I'm a bad person or whatever. But you will live to regret it if you don't leave, because the signs are clear. You are with this person, the person is abusive, they are doing a whole lot of things that are not consistent with your faith and all that. You have to run for your life. And no matter how much you feel or you think that you love this person, like I said, it's just a feeling and it can fade away. So don't think that, oh, okay, what is going to happen? It is okay. If it is not working, it is probably not going to work. So try and make sure that you are in something that is working for you. As far as your faith is concerned, it has to be working for you. Otherwise, then you may have to endure the pain. And the best way to do that is to first the understanding that it's just a phase, it will pass. And you have family, you have friends, there are counselors who can help you to navigate the whole process. The bad part would be trying to sit out by yourself and be by yourself. No, in those situations, there's the time that the devil would try to capitalize on to bring all sorts of thoughts into your mind. So as much as possible, you try and be around people who care for you genuinely and who would be able to advise you, who would edify you, put some smiles on your face, um, yeah. So when you have that kind of social support, it will be able to help. But as much as possible, my advice is
Yeah.
don't get into the relationship in the first place if you are not ready to settle down. Usually, these things happen because people have been dating for 3 years, 4 years,
Hmm.
5 years. They don't even see what they are doing. It's like the fun of it. Relationship is not fun. Okay,
Yeah.
if you are going into a relationship, the end goal is marriage. So if you are not ready to marry, stay away from a relationship. When you find yourself that now I'm ready, I'm mature enough to go into marriage, you find another mature person to go on that journey with you. And I believe when that happens, this whole episode of I got a broken heart and I'm committing suicide, it will be minimized, because then when that level of maturity is there, you are 18 years and my boyfriend, you're what? At the end of the day, I can guarantee that at that age, it is only like 1% of relationships around that time that will survive, because you would move on, you meet new people, a lot of things would happen. So don't put yourself in that situation in the first place. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so
Oh,
much. Wow.
wow.
Pastor Joyce.
Yeah. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, FBN, the leadership. Thank you for bringing me on, and thank you, all viewers. Yeah, my brother said it, or and I will add this: since it's a Christian platform,
Right.
our advice is based on, the Bible. And so, since it's a Christian platform, this is what I would say. Overcoming hurt of a broken relationship requires taking one day at a time. One day at a time. And these things happen not only among the youth. it happens. Okay. And as Christians, we've been told, in the Bible, to cast our cares upon the Lord, and he will sustain us, right? And he will never let the righteous be shaken. Psalm number 55 verse 22 says that. And so in such case, right, like our brother said, you really, like, it's just taking it one at a time, one day at a time. You will not just be healed right away. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 3, there is time to be hurt, the time to love, and the time to hurt. And so then it means that this thing, it will happen. So when it happens, it's a season, right? It's a season. So when it's a season, it will pass. It will pass. But how you will handle yourself during that season is very important. And like he said, that surround yourself with people that can help you. Get yourself a support system, people that will not take your mind back to what it has happened, but will encourage you, will push you to really seek more and find more of yourself. So that, I think when you do that, it will help you. When you do that, it will help you. And you also, like I said, taking one day at a time, praying for God's direction, and reading and meditating. When this thing happened to us, most of the youth, what they do is they go on social media and put over there their heads what is going on, what is happening in their life. It is wrong. It is totally wrong. Don't do that. Know that this thing happens, and you are not the only person that this has happened to. Okay. And it's a season. And so you allow God to help you through it. And you make sure that, like our brother said, you make sure that if you are not ready, don't go into it. Find yourself first. Know that I'm really ready to enter into a relationship, and the end result is marriage, and I'm ready for it, before you enter into it. Such things happen because we are not ready. We don't know ourselves. We don't know what we are looking for in life. We don't even know what we want in life. And so we see this one we like. We see this one we like. And so because of that, we have to just let go of the one that we are with and seek the one that you don't know yourself. If you really know who you are, you will know what you want. And you attract who you are. And so let's be careful about how we push ourselves into it. And as we get to this level of we call it broken hearts or brokenness or whatever, let's seek the face of God, and let's allow God to direct our paths. Thank you.
Thank you. Amen. Great, great, great advice. Thank you, Pastor Joyce. Um, Auntie Renee is on. Hi, Auntie Renee. I know. I need to write a letter to Binghamton because I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Like,
you're breaking.
I know. It's so.
Yeah, you are breaking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very bad. Okay. So thank you guys for bearing with me. In your opinion, is it appropriate for a woman to propose to a man? Mr. Harris?
Hmm.
Mr. Harris don't want me to go on. You
This
want
one,
to
the
go?
Pastor Joyce.
Wow, this issue, I have been handling it for a very long time. This question, I even had it yesterday. Okay, this is my view. Okay, women, we've been wired in such a way that we are always ready to receive that news from a man. Okay, That's how we've
Okay.
been wired, and that's why when opposite says they are friends, and the guy is doing some things and the guy is not saying anything, automatically the woman, 80% or 90% of them would think that, oh, this guy loves me, like me, that's why he's doing all that, because we've been wired to receive that information from a man. And so it's not appropriate for a woman to propose. Okay, let's go back to where we come from, our culture, right? That's not acceptable. But we live in a world now that we want to change this setup. Okay, if that is the case, why then God had to create Adam first? Why not the two of them at the same time, or Eve first? If you have to go in the order of God, it's not appropriate for a woman to go forward. It's the man that needs to do it, because it's the man that is going to use his money to pay your bride price to get you from the family to the house, to his house. And so when it's starting, the man has to take initiative to do that, not you, the woman. But here is the case that someone will say that, oh, I'm with this guy and I know this guy loves me, and but he can't say it. Can't I go forward and say it? No. But there
No.
are some things that you can do to draw his attention. Seek his welfare. Call him. Oh, how you doing? What's your day like? Like because it takes someone that cares for you, that will really put up on you
And
all
reach out.
the time, will check up on you, what's going on, how was work, how was school, what are you doing, what's your life, you ask questions and do things to bring his attention to it. But don't go say it. And any man that, any woman shows that kind of care and he's considering someone to be with, you'll be the first person, because you respect, you care, you care for his well-being, you keep up on him, like with him all the time. And so if he has to consider anyone, he doesn't have anybody in his life and has to consider anyone, he will consider you, because you respect. And a man takes our respect as love. And so when you do such things, he will be the one to come forward. So for me, it is not appropriate for a woman to propose to a guy.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you,
Thank
Pastor
you.
Joyce. See, Mr. Harrison, like, nodding his head, like, every bit. Was that,
Of course.
yeah,
Of course. I
100%
mean,
agreed.
I agree 100%. Like Proverbs 22:18, right? Says, "He
He
who
finds,
finds a wife,
not she, right?
not she who finds a husband."
Yes.
So, I mean, if we're Christians, then we need to understand even where the
What-
scripture is
Right.
coming from. So, it is the man that finds a wife. Um, so, what the woman can do is to position herself in a way to be found. You see, that's that's your contribution to the
Mhm.
whole process as a woman. Not going to tell the man, "Oh, you know what? I'm interested in you." And this one cuts across cultures. I know that in India, some part of India, it's actually the women who pay the price or whatever dowry for the men. But you see, the issue with that is, although they pay the dowry, they are not the ones who go looking for the men. So they are two different things. So the man will still come and find the lady he wants to be with. And when they've agreed to marry, their custom demands that the lady is the one who is going to pay the dowry. So the fact that they are the ones paying the dowry does not mean that they were the ones that proposed. We need to understand that difference.
Yeah.
So I hear that people use that as an example. Okay,
Yeah.
so how come these people? That is not the case. This man still finds the woman. So you, the woman, you just make yourself, findable. And in a way, I also understand that there are some guys too whose mouth they have pop, so they like the lady, they can't say it, and they are just there. um but even in that situation, I wouldn't say that propose to him, but create the environment for him,
Yeah. The atmosphere.
enable him to be able to get the confidence to say it, you know so whichever way, because you see, men and our ego, we are wired such that we take pride in our achievements. And and if he is able to find you and um propose, it is also like an achievement for a man. So don't rob him of that sense of achievement. It would be like, as for me, I'm not the one who went to. And I sometimes I've heard those things too before. Me kura nyame na mekɔpɛɛ no, ɔpa na ɛbɛpɛɛ me. You don't want to put yourself in that situation, no matter how much you think you love this person. Get that self-control, and at least whatever. Sometimes too, you may think that, oh, this guy likes me. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he is considering you as a friend. You are in the friend zone. So you need to know where you stand actually in the whole picture. And then if you want more, then not throw yourself at him, but you see, give him something to chase after. That's the chase. Men were excited about the chase. You know, you want to feel like he is going after something that is like very precious. So if you don't make yourself that, I don't know, gem that he needs to dig out, you take away the whole mystery away from the whole thing, and that could also hurt. And that's part of the thing. So as much as you want to make yourself findable, it doesn't also mean that make yourself like throw yourself at him. That one too, you become like he would take you for granted. So at least
Right.
he should know that you are interested, but he should desire to come after you. Whichever way you will do that, in a godly way,
Maybe.
that one I don't have the solution, but some way, somehow, make him want to pursue you.
Okay. Thank you. So it's a big no.
Today, today,
Pastor
dear,
Jenny,
maybe.
you could
That,
mute. You can mute.
okay.
Yeah. No. Not the video, just the sound.
Yeah, I did. Though.
Oh, that's interesting.
No, that's just the
No, that's
video.
the video.
I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I did. Still, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
If you're not ready for marriage, please wait. From Auntie Esla, taking some comments. Auntie Mina said, my God, in my country, women don't do that. Yeah. No, please don't do that. You can try to position yourself to so that you have him see you. But if he is not, please don't go and propose. Hey, Auntie Renee, so you position yourself, eh? Eh?
Oh, she didn't. Someone positioned her.
Okay, oh, that can work too. You can let maybe talk to the guy's friend. Yeah. Okay. Pastor Francis says that it is the groom price. Yeah, I think Mr. Harrison touched on that. Okay, thank you for that. So we look for potential husbands or spouses. Should age be a concerning factor in as you're looking for someone to get married? Yeah. Should you consider age? You would say, Mr. Harrison.
Yeah, definitely age is a factor. We do say that sometimes they say age is just a number,
Mm-hmm.
um, but it's not entirely true. Age is not just a number. It also represents a lot of things, and sometimes we need to be careful. Like for example, you're a young lady, let's say 25 years, you want to get married, and this man comes, he's like 45 or 50. See, there is no problem marrying him because as at now, you may think that he is okay. Age is just a number. But you see, that is a myopic way of thinking because you need to think beyond the present situation. You must think about the future. Within the next 10 years, within the next 20 years, where will this person be? So now you are 25 years. Within the next 10, 15 years, that you'll be at your prime in terms of your workplace and your career and everything. This person is also retiring. So you need to be careful to understand how things are going to play out because age comes with weakness. And this person, as they age, you see, at the time that you would have wished that, okay, now I'm able to go and do this and that, you may have to come and be nursing a husband or a wife. So we need to be careful when we are considering the whole age thing. Age is not just a number. If it was just a number, it wouldn't be any like we won't celebrate big birthday if age was just a number. So it also tells about maturity. So like for example, I would personally advise people that if you're a man and you want to marry, don't go below 24 years because below 24 years the lady, she hasn't seen anything yet.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
of course. As
hey,
hey.
much as
really?
as much as Miranda, you want to believe that, oh, okay, now I'm good. I tell you, you don't really know what you want.
I
You
don't
don't really
know.
you don't really know yourself that much. You see, when you as time progresses, because I've heard somebody that I'm very close to, they she got married at the age of 24 years. 5 years later, her story is um if I was getting married today, I'm not sure I would have married somebody like the man I married. But here is the case. She has already gotten in there. As much as you think that you are mature, you see, there are certain things, certain experiences that come with age. And it's always better to get that level of exposure, that like everything, because I have realized it is not in every situation. There are some people who may be there who may already be on top of their game, but what is the percentage? I've realized personally that within that 18 to 23 bracket, that's where people use to find themselves. So usually within that age, there is a lot of, okay, trying and error. Okay, I'm this. I want to believe that I like this. I do this, and so usually I would advise my men friends who are looking for somebody, look within that, past that 24 age range. And of course, you yourself, you should also be um, out there. And also with women, I know it's not all of them, but women tend to grow faster than men. And so it's also another consideration if you are looking for someone to settle down and all those things. So as a man, you wouldn't want to marry someone who is way older than you. You know, you are setting yourself up for for something in the future. As at now, you may think that, oh, I love this person, they are the best. But within the next 10 years, the next 15 years, when this woman, you've realized that she is losing her strength and all the curves, things are beginning to drop, then you will start looking back and start, okay, seeing the young people who are coming in and, oh, she's so nice and those things. So as much as possible, to prevent that, don't go um way ahead, although there are some people to who age and you can't really tell. So all these are subjective. It's not like it applies to every single
Single
person,
person.
because there are some people who can also grow
Yeah.
and you won't even know that this person is
Yeah.
this old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in those situations it's okay, but in the general classification of people as we may be, we need to be careful. I'm not that old, but as at now, I can see clearly that there were certain things that I could do when I was 25 years that now I can do, but not as effectively as I could do that when I was there. So, as much as people would want to lie to themselves that, oh, I'm growing, but I'm still young, and those things, you are just deceiving yourself. You just don't want to tell yourself the truth. But if you are being honest with yourself, you realize that age is gradually taking away something from you, your strength.
Yep.
And so, if you're a young lady, as much as this person may be rich, see, they have lived how many years? 10 years. They did hard work to get to that point. Unless you are a lazy person who just wants things to fall in your laps, you come and make all the justification. Age is just a number. When you get in there, the next 5 years, then you begin to realize that you have made a mistake. Now you want to consider someone who is in your age range. So, as much as possible, let's try and consider those things. The age is not just a number. It's actually a measure of death. The more you accumulate, the closer you are to your grave. So if you want someone you want to live
Oh,
together, it's the truth. Miranda, you know me, I'll tell the truth as it is. Every year that is added to your years that we are celebrating, it means that you just lost one more year.
oh,
I mean, God gave us 120 years. It's not 70 like people are saying. God gave us 120 years. So let's say you are living for 120 years, which now they have made it look like around 70 you are good. So even if it's 120 years, when you get to 40 years, it means that you have eaten 40 out of the 120.
we have 80 more.
So age is not just a number. It's not just a number. It is actually the meter of death. So the more you are accumulating, as you are celebrating, you should also start thinking, hey,
Oh my
okay,
God.
so how much do I have left? Have I finished with the first half? Or, these are critical things we need to think about. So before you go in looking for a certain person to marry, you must also think about it. If I want somebody I'm going to grow up with, so that we'll all become old and those things. Then you understand that if this person is 15 years older than you, then you should expect that at least for 15 years you'll be by yourself.
Hey. Oh my God. See, it's not just a number. That's why women also married early. Now you said okay, 24. I guess 24 is okay. You said from 24, then you can start fishing, because then you would have been. I mean, to an extent, I agree. Because definitely, what my 18-year-old self would have wanted, I don't that now, and it's true. I'm only like I just turned 22, and so in the next year, I might even be open to more experiences and be like, oh nope, I don't want that. I get it, but yeah, thank you. Okay, Pastor Joyce. Listen,
Yep, yeah. I was knocking my hair like that, you know. My brother just said it all. You know, we should, when it comes to marriage and age gaps, we should be very, very careful, like he said, because if 30 years and I get married to 65 years, I should know that um if we are watching something on TV, I will be talking about the current things on, and he wants to talk about Kwame Nkrumah time, and the First World War and all that, but I wasn't born that time, and
right?
so it will bring a lot of misunderstanding. So then why don't you watch it while you are not going in now? you know there are a lot of reasons why people get into marriage, and that some people will get married to old people because of because she
Uh-huh.
needs somebody to take care of and all that. But I think we should, last time I said, we should really understand the meaning of marriage and why we want to, and so age is very important when it comes to marriage. Some people will tell you that, oh, it's not important, as long as the two of you understand yourselves and you are able to cope, it's okay. Mm, no, it's not okay. It's
Hmm.
not okay, because you cannot be in your 30s and you get married to someone that is 60 years, like can be your father. Mm. It's not okay at all. So I think we should watch the gaps. For me, I would say a man older than the woman, like 5 up to 5 years, should be okay,
Okay.
because women, we grow faster than men, so it should be okay. But the other side, the woman way older than the man, you watch that. It's going to create problems. Now you won't see it, but in the future, like he said, it's going to come back and hurt you. And people talked about it, to watch out not to do it, but because you all in the name of love, you are in love and you understand one another, so it's okay. So when it comes to age, let's be very mindful about it and watch the gaps. Yeah, that's what I would say.
What's the
Thank you.
gap? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I had a question, but I think I lost it. I should have written it down. I don't remember. Concerning the same age. Okay, yeah, I remember it. So what back home, well, I heard, I haven't really seen it these days. It's like they like once a woman gives birth or something, like they find have already fun for the woman, like, and then when she grows, she's like 20, and then they give her to the older man.
Miranda, you were breaking. I didn't hear the beginning.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start again. So you know how in our culture, I haven't in these modern times, but I heard I forgot the tree name that they use, but it's like a woman puts to birth, right? They had already like found a
They
husband, an
call it
older
a
husband.
siwa.
Esiwa,
You,
Esiwa,
you
Esiwa.
told.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
told.
Esiwa.
Yeah.
But then I think those marriages, right? I mean, they were fine, or
Were they?
I guess
Ask were they were they those time, oh, some of our grandmothers, they say in the marriage it doesn't matter what goes on, what happens, because they've been taught that when you go in it you are not coming back. So whatever happens in it, they are in it. But in
right.
our time, a little, we are out of the marriage,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they were taught in a way that they didn't see nothing wrong about it, and they were able to handle it. But when you go into it, they went through a lot, a lot of torture. But because they've
We're given that
told them
mindset. Yeah.
that once you go in, you are not coming back. So they have it at the back of their mind. So whether I'm being killed or not, I should stay in it. But in
Right.
our time, it's not like that.
Nope.
And in our time, I don't think we have this thing going on anymore. It's not, because I wouldn't even do that. That I give
No.
birth to my child and my friend will come. Oh, let me just have her for my, or him for my son or my daughter. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. In this our time, I don't think this thing goes on. I don't know what my brother has to say.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just that I don't think people were enduring the marriages, um,
Not enjoying.
not necessarily enjoying it.
You don't want to
So
endure your marriage. Yeah.
yeah, you
That is
don't want to
one
endure a
thing you don't want
marriage.
to
So
endure. Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Sometimes, when like someone is getting ready for marriage, I think bridal showers, right? Aunties and pastors come and they're like, endure. Sometimes I really want to cut them off, not to be rude, but you don't put that in the lady's mindset. I feel like you don't have to endure your marriage. You that's why some people can get to a point like the first time they see like this person is abusive. Oh, I need to endure, and then you get to this point where it's like you can't even leave the marriage anymore. So when we're advise me if you tell me to endure my marriage, I'll say I won't.
Miranda, I
Marriage is to
understand that
enjoy it and not
endurance
endure.
is different. That endurance is different in the sense
Okay,
that
like
you see, in this sense, look, the thing about marriage is work.
okay,
Whoever thinks that, oh, I'm getting married, it's all about the fun and those things. Come on.
then
Marriage is not
TikTok.
about the fun. When you get in there, you realize that, oh my God, this is Mount Everest I have to climb. So the part about the endurance is not to let like little things get in the way. Because the other opposite side of that coin too is a lot of people go into marriages and they don't want to put in any work on by themselves. It's like, okay, so I marry my wife and I'm always expecting her to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and there is nothing I am changing. So the moment I see that, oh, she's not doing one thing, I'm out. You see,
Right,
that is the endurance they are talking about. Not like when the person is abusing you or let's
not
say
treating you.
womanizing and doing all
Mhm.
those things, that is not the endurance they talk about. So try and look at it from a different perspective, because in marriage you would disagree, just like your friends. You see, sometimes your friends can be annoying, but
Very, very annoying.
you still are able to accommodate them. That's the
Right.
endurance they talk about. Okay,
Okay.
not go and sit down to become a punching bag, a punch bag, and then no. That one, there's no
I
endurance
get it.
there. Hmm.
Alrighty. Then yeah, then they should add that when they're experts. But me right now I know if they endure. I'll take it as if they're just saying, endure the little arguments. It's not like you say time you're gonna um agree on the same issue or topic together. Like and it's true, and friendships.
And
Get it. That you cannot endure abuse and mistreatment. Yeah, when you see that out marriages or social media marriages, what's your take on?
Can
hey,
you come again?
Miranda, you're you're breaking.
Pastor Francis asked a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he said
Abroad marriages.
abroad marriages or social media marriages. What's your take on it?
As in
They,
finding someone on social media.
they got
I
married on
guess trying
social
to
media
say
or what?
I don't know. I don't get it too. Okay, Pastor
Maybe
Uh,
Francis.
maybe they just found themselves on social media. They were chatting. Oh, I'll come and marry you. So one person flies
Married.
down to go
Mhm.
and get married. That one is dangerous. Outright dangerous.
This
You see, personally, this is me. This is me. I don't usually even advise, let's say you were living in US and then you go back to Ghana to marry somebody you did not know when you were there. You see, when you were if you were you knew this person, you have been childhood friends, you know each other so well, and you have to go back and marry them, it's a different story. But
right.
if it's somebody you never knew from anywhere, and then happened was that, oh, through social media and those kind of things, I mean, how much can you know about a person by just chatting on social media and those things? That's why even job interview, they have the virtual one and they bring you in for the face-to-face one, because it is different. They can be able to check you out, like your mannerisms, the things. They can really do a lot
Yeah.
that you cannot
Jesus.
find out on social media. A lot of people live
Yeah.
fake lives on social media.
mhm.
So if it's going to be about social media and how nice this person is, you can see, oh, yeah, nice body, nice shape, and you too, man, your head, kokoro, yeah, oh, fine girl. By the time you go and marry her and bring her home, you will see that she has been using corset and everything to keep her protruding belly from becoming big in the pictures. Then now what happened? So I mean, it's better to always know the person,
Get to know the
um,
person.
get to know them for who they are. Social media is not real.
Okay. Social media is not real, but I agree. I agree things that can be hidden from I mean, just getting to know you. No background checks, no nothing. Just fly to even with the people that you already knew that before you traveled, there's so many things that you know went in between that years you were not around, which you might never find out till later. So it's not free. It's dangerous. Okay, interesting question. Is it so? Both of you are married, so it will be perfect. As a married person, married man or woman, is it okay for you to have like a best friend, like a of the opposite sex? So let's say, Pastor Joyce, you have a male best friend, and Deacon Harrison, you have a female best aside your wife. Yeah, is it okay to do that? I mean,
um, depending on the kind of friendship you are saying, you both have, okay, and depending on that. But if it's just friends, okay, my husband need to know my male friends.
Okay.
He needs to know them. He needs to know everything about them. If I want to keep a male friend, I need to be open to it. And I have some of my friends that now they are even friends with my husband. So if there is not any hidden business, then the opposite says your partners should know. My husband, I know his friends, and he knows my friends. And so you don't hide anything, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone needs everyone. We need people around. Okay. So you can't tell me that, oh, I'm married, so I'm not going to be friend with male friends because I'm married. No, you have no idea what that male friend can do for you. Okay. And so as a Christian, if I have any friend, even if a female or a male, I need to let my husband knows about it. If he's not comfortable about it, I need to cut it. If he's not comfortable, I need to ask him reason why you are not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he tells me the reason, I need to obey him and cut it. You know, I should put more focus on my marriage than this friendship. And so when he says I'm not happy about you being friend with this person, I ask him the reason. I love my marriage, so I need to cut it, and I need to talk it to this male friend of mine in a way that he will understand.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think there is nothing wrong with you having a married man having opposite friend, uh, if your intention of this friendship is just free and there's no hidden business attached to it. Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
would say.
Alrighty. Thank you. Uh,
Okay.
Arthur.
So Miranda, is it just friends or like best friend?
Best friend.
Friends, you didn't
Best.
add the best friend. Okay, that's why
I
I said
did.
that. If
Maybe
there is
my
okay, what's the difference between friends and best friend? Merida.
well, because
Uh-huh.
Uh,
you know, best friend.
Uh-huh.
Best friends like they hang out most of the times. They're like, oh, we're if you don't see me here, then like if you see me, you see this person, that kind of thing. Is it
No,
okay?
it's like I said, yeah. Uh-huh. If I'm married, so I need to now pay more attention on my marriage. Okay.
Right.
You are my friend. But my husband also needs to know you. I cannot leave my husband at home and just be with you. It's totally wrong. If we need to visit, we plan and we all do it together. You come around while my husband is here, or we see you together, not me seeing you separately while my
Hmm.
husband is home waiting for me. It's totally wrong. And that's why my husband needs to, or my wife needs to know who my friends are, and the intentions, it need to be, you know transparent
Hmm.
to our partners. Yes.
Okay.
okay.
Mr. Harrison.
Yeah. I won't have a best friend, opposite sex best friend. Neither will I agree for my wife to have an opposite sex best friend. Like, I mean, come on. See, how does that
Yeah.
even work?
Right. Can't you
You
take me
see,
as your best friend?
like, because the whole point about marriage is that you have left your comfort zone. You see, people don't
Your
understand
comfort.
this. The moment you are married, a lot of things change about you. You cannot be married and still want to behave like a bachelor or a
Like,
spinster.
yeah.
Those two, they don't work together. If you want to keep your friends and be all friends and doing that, don't marry. Yes, that one you have all the liberty, but even then you should be careful because you are a believer. The point is, human beings naturally, we develop affection for one another when you spend so much time together. So instead of keeping this opposite sex person, now let me even be careful. It's not only about opposite sex. Right now, even the same sex cry, no.
Mm, yeah.
Sometimes, you know, like bestie
Of
bestie
course.
and they are bestie, a lot of things are
Hmm.
going on. So even
Yeah.
with the same sex cry, that best friend no cry no, um even that one is quite tricky because I mean, as my wife, I can trust you or your intentions, but can I trust that person's intentions? That's the fundamental question. I
Yep.
know left to you alone, you won't do anything bad.
Hey.
But what about that person? Is the person
Mm,
also having the same intention? And
right.
how do we know? So to avoid all this drama, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you are
Stay
married for
away.
crying out loud. You have your family. Whoever wants to be your bestie. I mean, now it says that they are no longer um, separate individuals, but one. So I mean, there is that openness. If you come and tell me something that you don't want my wife to know, don't tell me. You see,
Yeah.
because I'm sure she will definitely know
Yep.
because we are two open books to ourselves. So there should be nothing hidden between us. So you coming in, you are technically like a third wheel. Anything that would take attention off that marriage is a third wheel and must not be encouraged. Because I know some people who are married and they're like, oh, and my girlfriends, me and my girlfriends are going here. Then they leave their children there and their husbands at home. Me and my girlfriends, every day, me and my girlfriends, every day, me and my girlfriends. Oh, me and the boys, they've closed from work. Instead of
Mature.
going home, oh, I was having a few drinks with the boys. Who are the boys? If you wanted to be a boy, you won't marry. Now you are
Exactly.
married. So you need to be careful. If you have other responsible people who are also your friends, they should come and visit you as a family. They should bring their family to come and visit you, like Pastor Joyce was saying. They will come see you maybe a Saturday. They come and visit. You people talk, you hang out together. When you finish, c'est fini. They've gone to their house. You're also in your home. There's nothing like I left and I went and I did this because you never know what is going to happen in there. And
Yep.
trust is earned. Don't come and tell your partner or your wife or your husband that they need to trust me and they don't trust me. Come on, you need to earn that trust. Trust is not like biscuit
Exactly.
that will just dash into your hands, and you need to work on it. So anything that is going to bring certain doubts or certain raise eyebrows, they are things you should avoid because they
Right.
may be little seeds. The person might be, oh, I trust you. But you see, eventually something might happen. They'll be like, this thing doesn't sit well with me. And then something else happens later. And then you see, it begins to compound. And all of a sudden, this person has lost trust in you. So for to safeguard that trust, because what that trust you have built, it can take a second to bring it all down. Like the Bible says that a wise woman builds up her home, but a foolish one tears it up with her own hands. And these are some of the ways you can tear up your home with your own hands. Friends, oh, best friend, best that. No. Sometimes we need to be careful. When
Yeah.
you are married, you are married.
Period.
Period. Period.
Okay.
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
one
yeah,
before
yeah.
we go. Last
Yeah.
one. You know, um, like people say they like to marry people who are like in terms of finances, right? Like they're level, they would like to build together and all that kind of stuff. Is it do you to be like really, really financially stable, like up there before you get married? Or you think you just build on after Mr. Harrison?
Okay. Now the most important thing I believe is that the two people must have something going.
Okay.
Because I know people who are also in the name of, I want to be financially stable. I want to be stable. And it takes them forever. They won't marry. They will just be there because in their minds they think that they are not financially stable yet. I mean, as as long as you are not depending on your parents, you see, this is my thing. As long as you are not depending on your parents and you have, what do you call it? Um, you have things planned out, you have a vision you are working towards.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's okay to marry because the thing is, um, they say one will kill 1,000, two will kill 10,000. So sometimes it's beneficial for you to marry, and then both of you would build together. And by saying that, it means that both of you, you all have like a goal you are working towards. So you don't need to get to the point where you say that, oh, yeah, here am I have arrived. Then if something happens along the way, then it means you will never get there. And even that whole financial stability, it's very subjective because I mean, what I might term as financial stability might not be what somebody else would term as financial stability. So to just understand things, you once you are mature, then you need to assess yourself. Okay, am I living under the care of my parents? Am I being taken care of by my parents? If you are a man, if I go and marry, will I be able to support this family, or what is my timeline? You see, you need to kind of have a trajectory, something you are working towards, so that when that you have that definite goal and you know that, oh, you can take care of yourself, you can support this person that you are bringing on. I don't see the reason why you cannot get married. Actually, I think that is even the best time to get married, so that this person will be your helper. You will help each other out. When God brought Eve to Adam, he said that a help meet suitable for him. So God knew that there was work that Adam had to do. And because he cannot do it by himself, he needed to give him a helper. So that person you are marrying, you are not marrying just for the fun of it. And for the men who think that, oh, you are going to marry a woman so that like you will take care of her and her whole family. Come on, that thing, you see, it is quite a way of looking at things that I believe is not biblical. Maybe it may be culturally influenced. Oh, as for Bema dear, so Timisha and those things. And some people, they will tell the wife, when the lady, as you are going, if you get properties, bring them home. Yeah, kaba ukunudia, all those colloquial mindsets. But I believe that marriage is not like there is no me and there is no you. So when we are coming together, then we are coming together to build our future. And that is why in America here, when you are getting divorced, everything from that period of marriage is split 50-50 between the two of you. Because whether it was your strength that you used to build it and your wife was just at home and not doing anything, she still gave you the moral support. So it is always better to kind of build together, but at least you should have a starting point. Um, it's not like your parents are taking care of you and then you're like, okay, I want to get married. I want to have seen it before. And then the parents will marry for him and everything. And then now you yourself, you you can't fend for yourself. The lady is also not able to take care of herself, and it becomes a problem. But at least once you have that independence, you it might be an error to say that I want to gain everything before I settle down. No, you won't gain everything before you settle down. You settle down and the two of you gain everything. Usually, people who do that are a bit selfish. And I say this because, sometimes some people want to be able to say that, oh, I have been able to do this. I've been able to do this. They don't want to share glory. So as I'm sitting here, when I become a billionaire, it's because I would want to take that glory. Oh, self-made billionaire. I've done this. I've done this. Instead of saying that we have done this, is a team effort. And some people too want to be able to just use their what do you call it, partners or their wife or husband as just like handbag that they can change anytime. So they feel like, okay, if I don't build together with you, then whenever I want to leave, I'm not obliged. I'm not going to be like, I'm a bad person, you came to help me. So usually I'm suspicious of people who have that kind of mentality. I want to be stable. I always find that there is an ulterior motive. Why do you really want to be very stable, like be whoever you want to be, your future self, before you want to settle down with somebody? Usually the motive behind that is not right, so that you can rub it in their face or what. Why can't they help you to build that future, so that it would be, we have done it, instead of I did this and I'm taking care of my children, which yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Um, and Pastor Joyce, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I think he said it all.
Yeah.
I yeah, I don't think you should get the whole money in the world before you marry. Once you are stable, you have something doing, that every month you have something to coming in, that will be able to take care of yourself, to take care of the woman that you want to get married to, and
Yep.
also take care of the home. I think that should be okay. You shouldn't just wait till you are up there, because you won't get there. And so once you have a stable work doing, and you are not dependent on your parents, you are on your own, you take care of yourself, and you know that you've matured enough to really bring somebody in to also take care of. And if there are children in, you are able to also take care of the children. Then I don't
Right.
see anything stopping you. I don't think anything stopping you not to marry. And the women as well, if you also need to get something doing, you don't just
Mhm.
say that, oh, he is coming to marry me, so he's going to take care of me and all that. You need to get something doing. Ruth went out doing something for herself when Boaz met her, right? And so you shouldn't be lazy and be waiting that a man will take care of you, so you wouldn't do anything to yourself. You should also get something doing, so that when the two of you come together as a husband and wife, you bring the two together, and it will help build the home together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Martha was here, and she said the school of thought says that women are more smarter than men. If a man is going to marry, he should make sure he is 5 years older than the wife, so that by the time he is 50, the man is the same level mentally as the woman. Hmm, interesting. Okay, so discussion has come to an end here. Thank you all so much for joining and contributing. I hope you had some takeaways from today's discussion. God richly bless you. And if you haven't already shared this, please do well to do so others can also be blessed. Yep, this is the last episode for our youth and relationship matters. So next month, March, we will have a new series coming up. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much. Deacon Harrison, thank you. Pastor Joyce, thank you for honoring our
You're
invitation and coming
welcome.
on
You're
guest
welcome.
to bless.
You're welcome.
We really
Yes.
appreciate the time you take off to come and advise. And we will use them. We will take them, and we will we will try the mistakes as we can. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, and God richly bless you for us.
God bless you too.
Okay, thank you.
God
Amen.
bless
Amen. Amen.
you. Amen.
Okay, so I'll see you all same time next week. My viewers, thank you all, and have a great weekend.